human self presents to me many challenges that burden me. My heart center shines and calls to me. This is who I choose to be. Sometimes lessons.
Welcome to the Vibrational Alchemy Podcast. This is Penny Fisher, and we are so glad you are joining us for this week's episode. I always have to stop myself from singing along because I just want to be in the space of that beautiful music. I don't know if I have mentioned this before, but I'll mention it again. That beautiful song was composed by my husband, my partner, Gordon, and it is available for you to listen to a longer clip and or purchase it on our website, vibrationalalchemy.net. So enough of the detour right out of the gate. I hope everyone's doing well. We're in some new energies as we've completed this first week in June, first 2 weeks in June. And we are looking at this coming Thursday, June 20th, is actually in the Northern Hemisphere, the summer solstice. Southern Hemisphere, you're getting ready for winter. So the winter solstice will be coming into your space. But the summer solstice here, I believe, actually, that moment when we hit the longest day of the year, that climax of the long day and the shortest night happens at 4:50 p.m. Eastern time, I believe. Okay. And so I just couldn't resist the opportunity to talk to you a little bit about the summer solstice. And as I was getting ready to do this, these unbelievable downloads came through. So there is at the end of this episode, um, what I experienced as a beautiful, profound meditation. I'll let you know when it's coming, because if you're doing anything that requires your undivided attention, you're going to want to either stop it there and come back to it later, or just kind of tune out and let it flow through you. But we're going to talk a little bit about the solstice to start. And then I want to revisit something that we talked about in an earlier episode, this idea of the diamond portal. And the downloads that I received all had to do with the power of this diamond portal to take us into the spaces that are energetically supported by the event of the summer solstice. And then we're going to continue to unpack this idea of the diamond portal even more deeply over, I think, 3 more episodes. So we'll look at the diamond portal of power, the diamond portal of love, and the diamond portal of illumination. So very much related to the threefold flame. And there's also an earlier episode on that if you want to listen to that and kind of get some more information or some background as we head into this. So let's talk a little bit about the summer solstice. This is in the Northern Hemisphere, the longest day and the shortest night of the year. It has been celebrated as a profound energetic reset for throughout history by cultures across the world. This cuts across cultural boundaries. I've been reading, and I'm not, those of you who know me know I do not really understand astrology at a deep level, but I know many people who do, and I read their work and listen to their podcasts and follow them diligently. And my understanding is that we are now moving into the energy of Cancer. And this Cancerian energy holds the promise of a fresh start, the promise of the ability to manifest goals, to open up to new energies that are flowing toward us. These energies, because Cancer, I believe, is a water sign. And so in the spirit of this idea of flow, Cancer energy has the potential to wash away what we no longer need, to clear us out and get us ready for the next wave that will come and bring us all that we do need to manifest those goals, or to wash away the schmutz, right, that has built up over those winter months. It holds the um, promise of us being able to come more and more into balance. And we're going to talk more about this when we get to the diamond portal, but we live in a reality in our human experience that has as one of its underpinnings this concept, this experience of duality. In other words, we learn about the world, about energy, about ourselves, about how to return home to source through the experience of things that seem to be opposite, right? So we know what light is because we've experienced darkness. We know what love is because we've experienced fear. And in this space of the solstice and the Cancerian energy, we're also very, very, very much invited to explore ways to bring our divine feminine and divine masculine energies into more of a state of balance. Now, for those of you who haven't been with us for a bit, or maybe haven't had a chance yet to listen to that episode about divine feminine and divine masculine energies, we are not talking in any way, shape, or form about gender or sexual identity. Instead, we're talking about energetic dispositions that exist within all of us, regardless of how you identify in terms of sexuality or gender. Right, so we all hold these qualities of the divine masculine and the divine feminine within us, and we want to bring those more into balance. Okay. This summer solstice, and I think this is important, I think there will be another podcast on this in the not too distant future, is an invitation to celebrate our growth. I think so often that we are so busy doing our inner work, finding our places of woundedness so that we can infuse them with love and light, changing our habits, releasing our wounds, releasing our old identities. We're so deeply committed to that, that we're always asking ourselves, how can I lift my vibration? How can I take the next step on this path of the ascension spiral? I think sometimes we get so caught up in that we forget to stop and look back at how far we've come. When I was in public education as an administrator, and we would be trying to get shifts going that were good for kids, good for teachers, good for families. And sometimes the going would get tough and I would get discouraged. And one of my dearest colleagues, who was a friend and a soul sister to me, Sue, used to say to me, Penny, stop a minute and think about where we were a year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. And that was always a beautiful invitation to me to take that moment to pause and really see all the progress that we had made. So the solstice is a celebration, and I would invite you to treat it that way. Before you step into the energy of setting goals, before you step into the energy of coming more and more into balance, before you start to ask yourself, what do I want to release? And those are all beautiful and necessary things. Take a minute to celebrate you. Look at how far you have come. Where were you a year ago? Emotionally, energetically. How have you grown? A year ago, 5 years ago, if you've been on this path for long enough, 10 years ago or more, guarantee you, you're going to be um, thrilled at what you notice. So please, please do take some time to celebrate that. Because when we do that and we really honor where we are, it gives us some confidence. It affirms the work that we're doing. And my darling, darling soul family, it raises your vibration. When you come into that vibration of joy, it raises your vibration and kind of gives you a little boost along your path. And you can move through whatever life brings you with more balance and ease when that vibration is higher. And when you've experienced joy, you can always go back to it. So this idea of celebrating you and your growth is one of these beautiful gifts that we get to experience as we step into the summer solstice. As I was doing some reading online, getting ready for this, I found a beautiful blog post from 2023 from a shamanic practitioner. Her name is Isabella. And she says this, I loved this. I want to share this with you. It says, the summer solstice offers us a powerful opportunity to release old patterns, set intentions, and welcome new beginnings. As we bask in the sun's life-giving energy, we can tap into the transformative power of this season to reflect on our personal growth, rest, and rejuvenate our bodies and minds as we set goals for the coming months. And you can find her at shamanisabella.com. So, in case you want to check her out. In short, my darlings, we are being invited into a profound and ever-deepening transformation of our human selves so that we can more and more closely align with our divine and unconditionally loving blueprint of perfection, because this is who we are. We are offered with the energies of the summer solstice, combined with the beautiful supportive energies of the planets and the astrology of this time. We are supported as we step more fully into the role of being light bringers, right? I'm done with the phrase light worker. With all due respect, I have used it for decades, but I know that it's work, but I choose to see it as a gift that we get to bring the light through more fully. We get to bring heaven to earth through our thoughts, our words, and our deeds. Right? We get to be conduits, channels, right? These beautiful tubes through which this love just flows. And the diamond portal is going to support us. We're going to talk about that more in a minute. And the most important work that we can do is to awaken ourselves. When we do that, our vibration of love, our vibration of compassion, our vibration of joy flows out within us, flows out from us. Well, it expands from within us and flows out into the world. It invites all beings to join us in the awakening. And this phrase keeps coming back to me over and over and over as I have gotten ready for this, to share this with you, and even now. We get to embody in a new way this phrase, as above, so below. That's the bringing heaven to earth. As within, so without. And that's the power of our vibration to create our reality and to invite others to join us. Now, whether they do or they don't, as you know, that's not up to us. We can just, all we can do is be the best versions of ourselves, right? So this summer solstice time is a powerful, powerful opportunity for growth, for deepening our connection to source, for allowing us to kind of get a slingshot push through the next stages of the ascension spiral. And I always, always want to offer you a practice or something concrete that you can work with or work on in your own space. And as I was kind of sitting and contemplating what this might be, this idea of the diamond portal dropped in, boy, oh boy, really, really significantly. And so much of what's going to follow was channeled information that came right from my guides. They were so excited to be able to share this with you. So whether you're celebrating the summer solstice, like we said, in the Northern Hemisphere, or the winter solstice, I want to give a shout out to all of my beautiful goddess sisters in Australia who are celebrating the beginning of the winter months. We're going to explore a little bit more this idea of the diamond portal. So let's shift gears now and drop into that. And let's start with kind of the history and the sacred geometry of the diamond portal. And I know we've talked about this in an earlier episode, but we're coming at it from a different perspective today. All right. So the root of the name diamond is actually anchored in a Sanskrit word. Who knew? And the word is Dayu. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. It is spelled D-Y-U. And apparently this means luminous being. Diamonds have been part of ancient cultures for as far back as we know. And these ancient people believed that diamonds had profound power more than any other substance, both spiritually and physically. They were believed to hold the power of innocence and purity. They were thought to amplify courage, inspire love, right? All of the qualities that we associate with source energy could be amplified as a result of working with diamonds, right? And I knew this, but reading it again was really, really cool. We know that diamonds are such a hard substance that they can only be cut and faceted with diamonds, right? With diamond dust. And I thought that was so cool as a metaphor for our own journey to remember who we are. The only place that we can be, I don't want to say cut, but we can be molded and faceted and in a way that helps us remember who we are is to go within. The tools that we need are us. We're it. We can take all the classes that we want, do all the meditations, all the affirmations, read all the books, and believe me, I am that person who does that. But unless we're willing to take all of those experiences and all of that information and sit with them in quietness and stillness and go into our hearts, we're not going to get the changes that we thought that we wanted, right? For me, one of the most powerful things about the symbolism and the sacred, it's more than symbolism, right? There's an energy that is imbued into and emanated by sacred geometry. And this is the part that I love so much about the diamond shape. Because if you can imagine two triangles, one with the point pointing up toward the heavens, and then, so if you make it with your fingers, right, thumbs touching, index fingers touching, pointing up. And then if you flip that image so that your index fingers are pointing down, that's your second triangle. And when you connect them along the long sides, you've created the shape of a diamond. And this represents and has represented forever this idea of bringing heaven to earth, and then the gift and the connection of earth partnering with and being in alignment with heaven, right? We talked a little earlier about this idea of duality. And when we enter into and tap into the power of the sacred geometry of the diamond, when we come into that center point, so the point where the two triangles are connected, and the point where it is right in the middle, so that if it was a seesaw, right, it would be completely balanced. That is the place of complete stillness. And that is the place where we can hold these opposing forces within the pristine purity of our loving hearts. This is the place where we can experience heaven and earth, existing in the same space, which is within us. And this is what my guides started to really drop in here, and this blew me away. They said, when we are in that space of the diamond portal, and the portal, the door into, well, it's into the cosmic heart, and we'll talk more about that in a minute. When we are in that space, we are being gifted a glimpse of the new reality that is starting to arrive on our planet now, as we all do the work of ascending. And remember, people who are not in alignment with the work that we're doing are not doing anything wrong. They are in the darkness, and the more powerful the light gets, the more the darkness freaks out. So hold it in compassion and just know it, we're going to be okay. All right. So our new reality, as we ascend into these higher states of consciousness, as we really enter into, and we're just at the very beginning of this Aquarian age, as we clear out our fields so that we can accommodate these unbelievable energies that are flowing toward us, right? Solar storms, solar flares, so many things are coming. We are experiencing a reality where duality is no longer needed, because everything is returned to oneness within us. As my guide's talking, all is merged. All that remains is source energy, that unconditional love of the solar locus, of the cosmic Christ consciousness. And the solstice, they tell me, holds the promise of this new reality for every one of us. As we enter into the diamond portal through this central balance point, we are able to experience the energies of the solstice in a more magnified and potent, powerful way. We enter into this space with the intention of releasing the old to create space for the new. We embrace all that we are shadow and light, the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? Without judgment, with only curiosity and compassion, knowing that we are being led right to the places, the people, the experiences that we need for our deepest healing, for our most profound growth, to understand how we can more deeply move into alignment with source energy. And we know, my husband's grandmother used to say, we know like we know the sun is coming up tomorrow, that we are completely supported by source energy, that we are loved and honored for the totality of our human selves. And we breathe and we rest here. And in that moment, when we reach the longest or the shortest in the Southern Hemisphere point in our journey around the sun, in this year's journey around the sun, we exhale, we empty, we release, and we open to the profound flow of white light, the rainbow light, the diamond light of the cosmic Christ consciousness that flows from the cosmic heart of the omniverse. And we allow ourselves to rest in the profound realization that we are reflections of that light. And we breathe. And so I'd like to offer you now this transmission of diamond light. If you are walking, driving, doing anything, caring for children, doing anything that requires your undivided attention, either pause this recording now or just kind of tune out and let it flow through you, because you can return to this later. If you've been with me, we've done this work of opening up to the flow of the cosmic matrix. That very first episode way back when was all about a deep dive into the cosmic matrix. So I'm not going to go into that depth of description here, but as I'm talking with you now, I hear my guides asking me to just let you know that this cosmic matrix is a flow of unconditional love, this river of rainbow light, unconditional love that flows out of the cosmic heart. Ooh, and what they want us to know is that this flow of diamond light is actually the fluid and flowing form of the sacred geometry of the diamond. When we access it, it takes us through the diamond portal and into the space of what they are calling no thing, into the space of unlimited and infinite potentiality. The fixed structure and form of the diamond was necessary for us to come to understand the new reality that we're stepping into. But what is required of us, they're saying at this time, is to flow into love, to flow into light, to flow into the space of the heart where we can come face to face once again with our true selves. And in so doing, we merge back into the truth of all that is. For this is who we are. This is who we've always been. And this is who we are remembering our way back to. Okay. So they're also telling me, my darlings, that if you'd like to do this meditation every day between now and Thursday to get ready for the solstice, that it will actually support your entry into the diamond portal on the solstice. And I'm also hearing that these energies will continue to flow for some time after. I'm hearing 5 days. It might be longer. I know that there's a shadow period after any energetic event that will probably last longer than that. But what I'm hearing is that the actual intensity and power of the solstice will continue on for 5 days. So if you can't get to it on Thursday, no worries, it will still be available to you. All right. All right. So find yourself in a comfortable place where you feel fully supported. Let your gaze soften or even close your eyes and bring your attention to your breath. Breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. Beautiful. Allowing your inhale to deepen and your exhale to lengthen. Fill your body with beautiful, life-giving oxygen. And with each breath, drop further and further into your sacred heart space. And just rest here for a few breaths. Now gently bring your attention to the space below you. And a beautiful glistening triangle that is pointing upwards and exists in infinite dimensions rises up and expands so that you are completely enclosed in it and you can rest comfortably in it. Just breathe here for a moment and experience the energy of this triangle. When you feel ready, bring your attention to the space above you. And as you do a second triangle, this one with the face pointing down, gently descends into your space in your sacred heart chamber, and it also surrounds you. These two triangles now overlap, so you are held and cradled in the center of this sacred diamond. And just rest here. You now see, sense, feel, or even imagine an opening in the center of this diamond where you are resting. This opening is both in your heart and in the diamond itself. This is the diamond portal, and the river of rainbow light, of diamond light, now begins to flow into your heart, filling it and saturating and filling the diamond. This light swirls in a clockwise direction, and as it does, a door opens, and you gently and easily flow through this portal. You flow with ease and find yourself now cradled in the cosmic heart. The diamond light shimmers and pulses all around you, extending infinitely in all directions through all dimensions, and you float, fully supported, completely safe, and infinitely loved. As you do, you feel your heart opening further, and from it, with ease, flows what you are ready and willing to release. You may know or sense what this is, or you may not. It doesn't matter. Simply rest and stay present. Stay in curiosity and notice what's happening, or just rest and release. Trust what's happening for you, and just allow this to happen now for several deep, slow breaths. We need to rest here a little longer. Just pause the recording. Or if you feel that the work is done, offer gratitude to the cosmic heart and re-enter the flow of the cosmic matrix, allowing it to carry you back into your sacred heart space. Rest here and allow yourself to receive any last messages, just trusting what comes. Words, images, feelings, song lyrics, or just a sense of being peaceful. Just trust it. And when you are ready, bring your hands to your heart and offer your gratitude for the realignment that has taken place. Allow your breath to now bring you back into your sacred space. Feel the air on your skin, your body on the chair or the couch, the bed or the floor. Feel the breath flowing in and out through your nose. And bring some gentle movement to your fingers and toes. Your solstice ritual is complete. And I invite you to rest here for as long as it feels right for you. Either now or when you're done or in days to come, it might help you to grab a journal or a piece of paper and jot down your experiences. Be sure to stay well hydrated after doing this meditation. And my beautiful, beautiful souls, whether you're back in your body or still floating in the diamond light of the cosmic matrix, please remember that you are loved and you are love. That is how Source sees you, each and every one of you, because it's who you truly are. And it is my deep and sincere wish that you would see yourself the same way. Perfect, divine, filled with love and light. I am so grateful to each of you for joining me. I am Penny Starhart, and this has been the Vibrational Alchemy Podcast. Until we are together again, just a reminder that you are loved and you are love.
This is who I choose to be. This is who I choose to